Hare Krishna. So let's see 1 second. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकथां मह्यं ददति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलान् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सह गणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सह गणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णकृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। If I'm not wrong, I think we covered 1855, right? I think it should be 56. There's a proposition not there. Okay. Let's start with 656. Would someone like to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Can read.
Yep. Go ahead. Aditya Prabhu.
Sarvakarmanyaphi sada kurvano mad vyapashrayah mat prasada tavapnoti shashvadam padamavyayam. Though engaged in all kinds of activities, my pure devotee under my protection reaches the eternal and imperishable abode by my grace. Perfect. The word mad vyapashrayah means under the protection of the Supreme Lord. To be free from material contamination, a pure devotee acts under the direction of the Supreme Lord or his representative, the spiritual master. There is no time limitation for a pure devotee. He is always, 24 hours a day, 100% engaged in activities under the direction of the Supreme Lord. To a devotee who is thus engaged in Krishna consciousness, the Lord is very, very kind. In spite of all difficulties, he is eventually placed in the transcendental abode, or Krishna Loka. He is guaranteed entrance there. There is no doubt about it. In that supreme abode, there is no change. Everything is eternal, imperishable, and full of knowledge.
Yep. Thank you. So, mm, okay. Yeah. So we are understanding. Yeah. So this chapter, which is telling us the true meaning and principles of sannyas yoga, how to actually practice sannyas. It's not like giving up but by engaging fully in activities that are really helpful. So a sannyasi can attain success. Or one who is in the household can lead a detached a life full of activities. Mm. So, last week we were discussing that pure bhakti is the only way. Because it says eligibility to understand absolute truth. Krishna and his plenary portions cannot be understood just by mental speculation. So the reason, yeah, if we really want to know why should I really perform bhakti, it is because we can't just speculate and understand, and or yeah, just like scientists or non-devotees may they say, okay, no, I can't accept this, I can't. Yeah, but what is the basis for accepting or rejecting? No idea. And one who is fully conversant with the science of Krishna, what Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, can can actually become qualified or eligible to enter the abode of the Lord. And this is in continuation from there, that the shloka is telling. Krishna was actually speaking about the elevation from karma, through karma, yeah, and has just spoken about how a jnana yogi, knowledge, one should have the right knowledge. This is what he said, and from here he's going to speak about bhakti. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, initial chapters were not just straight on bhakti. Until we come to the ninth chapter, there is all explanation about karma yoga, about Jnana Yoga, about Dhyana Yoga, which is Ashtanga Yoga. So all these things, a ladder, rungs of the ladder. And then, yeah, he has shared the cream of Bhagavad Gita or the teachings. Similarly, so far, how one can attain perfection through practicing karma yoga, which means doing prescribed duties as it is, rather than jumping in or leaving them, or this kind of mentality is not encouraged. And jnana, acquiring the knowledge. Once one comes to that stage of detachment and can understand brahma bhuta prasannatma na sochati na कांक्षति समा सर्वेषु भूतेषु bhakti labhate param. Um, so, and then now he enters and teaches us what is really bhakti. Hmm? In this mad vyapashraya, vyapa I'm just seeing where is the verse. Okay. Mad vyapashraya. Ashraya means shelter. Vyapashraya. Is it split somewhere now? We know vyapar means business or engagement. Vyapashraya means not any engagement, but engagement under the shelter. Mm. And that too, mad vyapashraya, under the shelter of the Lord's protection. Sarva karmani api sada. Sarva means always. We should always remember that we somehow or the other take up time to always be engaged. Sarva karmani api sada kurvano mad vyapashraya. Kurvano means to do, perform, yeah. Madashraya. Mad prasadat avapnoti. Prasada means mercy. Mad prasad, by my mercy. Mad prasadat avapnoti. What you get is shashwatam padamabhyayam. You get, yeah, you are kind of making sure, yeah, reaches the eternal and imperishable abode of my grace. In the similar sense, yeah, yesterday we were discussing about another shloka, right, which is, um, yeah, मत्कर्मकृत मत्परमो मद्भक्त संगवर्जितः निर्वैरः सर्वभूतेषु स य स मा एति पांडवा. It is said in that regard. One second. I have this. Yeah, yeah. The shloka in that case also, this chapter which is telling about the universal form, the Lord is also saying the same. My dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service free from contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculations, he who works for me who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living entity, living being, he certainly comes to me. So the same we can see here again. It said, "He who is friendly to every living being," and in this current verse also we are having same, yeah, one who doesn't have kurvan mad kurvano mad vyapashraya mad prasadat avapnoti shashvatam padam avya. So avyayam means that is not perishable. Vyaya means restover or left when you are doing a division, whatever is reminder, that is vyaya. Um, Avyayam is imperishable. And the Prabhupada is saying that he is always 24 hours a day, 100% engaged in activities under the direction of the Supreme Lord. To a devotee who is thus engaged in Krishna consciousness, the Lord is very kind. So sometimes we see that why is Lord not listening to me? Why is Lord so maybe yeah, disinterested, or even to the extent uninterested? No, the Lord, we can see, are we qualifying ourselves for the mercy of the Lord? No, come on, if we say about qualification, why is it called mercy? Even if we are qualified, it doesn't demand the Lord to bestow the results. He is not like a demigods, where if we are doing, uh, yeah, yajna, if we are doing some yajna and then we think, okay, now I demand that it should rain, or if I'm doing something, then it should stop famine, or if I do this yajna, that yajna, so because of the yajnas, we can get whatever we want. No, Lord Krishna is above all these things. He is the master of everything, he is the owner of everything, and he is fully independent, and he can decide what he wants. And in that way, he can do whatever we want. So, which means mercy is not something we can command it. Of course, we can show a gesture that we are sincere by giving 100% in time in Krishna consciousness. What is the other thing? And 100%, not on 24 hours a day, but yeah, 100%, and not for one day, but all life. This shows that yes, we are very much eager to receive the mercy of the Lord, and and that qualifies one from yeah, qualifies one to seek the mercy of the Lord. And in this way, in that supreme abode, there is no change. Everything is eternal, imperishable, and full of knowledge. This is in the Krishna Loka, Goloka Vrindavan. There is no such difficulties. Yeah, yesterday when we were discussing what the challenges we face, the challenge of um death, challenge of old age, challenge of disease, challenge of rebirth. All these things will be addressed with one glow if we can become fully Krishna conscious. Any questions before we move? No. Okay. Can someone read this one?
चेतसा सर्वकर्माणि मयि संनश्य मत्पर बुद्धियोगमुपाश्रित मच्चित सततं भव. In all activities, just depend on me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. When one acts in Krishna consciousness, he does not act as the master of the world. Just like a servant, one should act fully under the direction of the Supreme Lord. A servant has no individual independence. He acts only on the order of the master. A servant acting on behalf of the supreme master is unaffected by profit and loss. He simply discharges his duty faithfully in terms of the order of the Lord. Now, one may argue that Arjuna was acting under the personal direction of Krishna, but when Krishna is not present, how should one act? If one act according to the direction of Krishna in this book as well as under the guidance of the representative of Krishna, then the result will be same. The Sanskrit word matpara is very important in this verse. It indicates that one has no goal in life save and expect nothing in Krishna consciousness just to satisfy Krishna. And while working in that way, one should think of Krishna only. I have been appointed to discharge this particular duty by Krishna. While acting in such a way, one naturally has to think of Krishna. This is perfect Krishna consciousness. One should, however, note that after doing something whimsically, he should not offer the result to Supreme Lord. That sort of duty is not in the devotional service of Krishna consciousness. One should act according to the order of Krishna. This is a very important point. That order of Krishna comes through disciplic succession from the bona fide spiritual master. Therefore, therefore the spiritual master's order should be taken as the prime duty of life. If one gets a bona fide spiritual master and act according to his direction, then one's perfection of life in Krishna consciousness is guaranteed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, Chetasa is very important. Chetana, Chetasa Sarva Karmani Mai Sanyasya Mat Buddhi Yogam. Again, it's again repeated. Chetasa is intelligence and Buddhi Yogam is also intelligence. Uh, and here, in this sense, the Buddhi Yoga is straight away translated into devotional activities. The real intelligence means engaging in the direct service of the Lord, which is devotional service. Upashritya, one who takes shelter of that machitta satatam bhava. Uh, and because in the previous chapter, in the previous verse, it is said, Krishna is saying, always have focus, satatam. Uh, it is said, yeah, and satatam mad prasadat avapnoti satatam padam avyayam. So engage and sarva karmani api sada. So always engage in the activities. So how to do that? Here it is very clearly said, Chetasa sarva karmani. Uh, all activities, all kinds of activities. My sanyasya uh, mat paraha. Uh, Mat para means under my protection. Mm. Uh, um, and at the same time, sanyasya means giving up. Uh, so this is saying all in all activities just depend upon me and work under my protection. Indirectly, it says here there is no scope for anything else. Mm. And as the purport is nicely covering key elements here, which is saying what should be the mood of a servant. What should be the mood of servant? Yeah, yesterday we were discussing, I think, Parthra, we were asking, shouldn't we not have expectations? Yeah, in that context. Here we can see what should be the mood of the servant. Because we want to engage in service, should act fully under the direction of the Supreme Lord, which is to do as a duty, first thing. No individual independence. Mm. Individual independence means, yes, there is a sense of selfish interest. Individual intelligence, no, 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 but even in individual intelligence, can it not be selfless? No, sometimes, no, we prioritize our way of performing service so that we are satisfied more than Lord is satisfied. and unaffected by profit and loss. Act only on behalf of the master. Hmm? No loss, no profit. Not think about what we are gaining or what we are losing. Yeah. Act only on the behalf of the master. Discharges the duties faithfully. So here in this section we can see that first of all a devotee should have a mood of dutifulness. So duty expects something, right? Hmm? And
Yes, yes.
that expectation is a complete loyalty of the servant unto the master. Loyalty in terms of hearing to him, in terms of acting for him, and in terms of satisfying him. That is the main goal. And how to exhibit that mood also Krishna is giving towards him when he is yeah, okay, if one is in the spiritual world. Yeah, we know, right? Vani and Vapu. Oh, so nice. If the spiritual master is there, then we can serve him personally. And okay, but when he is not there, physically present, then we are serving through Vani. Similarly, yeah, if we were in Goloka and then Krishna is there and we are in the association, then we could render service directly to him. But otherwise, he says, act according to Krishna's direction. We cannot simply say, okay, when I go to the spiritual world, then I'll figure it out. Yeah, sometimes we have this confidence that somehow we will figure it out. Yes, of course, by the mercy of Krishna only. Yeah, but yeah, what about here in this world? When we follow the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, these are also direct words of Krishna and not different from Krishna. Hmm? And and importance of I think it said important point. What is that important point? Let me quickly check. While acting such, this is very important. That sort of duty is not in devotional service. One should act according to the order of Krishna. Means Bhagavad Gita. One should follow Bhagavad Gita rather than create one's own Gita and sing all around. But one should follow Bhagavad Gita. That order of Krishna comes through disciplic succession from the bona fide spiritual master. We may not be able to, okay, should I do karma yoga, should I do dhyana yoga, should I do ashtanga yoga. Sometimes everyone comes with a different uh, understanding, and with that understanding one want to serve. But a spiritual master is guiding, okay, yeah, is this really favorable to you attain ultimate goal or not? So that's why it's very important. It's mentioned that order comes through the disciplic succession uh, from the bona fide spiritual master. Therefore, the spiritual master's order should be taken as the prime duty of life. Our life's success is so much depending on how we satisfy our guru. Because, yeah, in the case of yeah, Christianity, we can see that Jesus Christ was also giving a lot of instructions or statements made so that the people can embrace and make best of it. But in the end, he was just crucified. So, in fact, Jesus say, wanted to share so much, but the people are not um, in a mindset of appreciating his instructions. Of course, the last thing what he could do is only pray for them that may they not incur sin of punishing a spiritual master. So, so if one gets a bona fide spiritual master and act according to his direction, then one's perfection of life in Krishna consciousness is guaranteed. This is what Prabhupada is mentioning in the end. The conclusion of this verse is that, and Sripad Ramanujacharya is saying Lord Krishna and his manifestations are constantly in the thoughts of his devotees. Uh, in his impersonal form as Brahman or spiritual substratum pervading all existence as Paramatma within the hearts of everyone, and in his original two-armed blackish form bedecked with peacock feather and attended by flute as well as his authorized incarnations and expansions. So, dedicating all efforts and actions unto the Supreme Lord with devotion, considering Him as the sole goal and ultimate reward, constitute the essence of consciousness and the apex of attainment. Apex is the top point of attainment. One can attain the Supreme by understanding, by always seeing the Lord and always following His instructions. Keshav Kashmiri commentary says if one is unable to practice detachment by themselves, then one should mentally dedicate all activities to the Supreme Lord, entrusting them to Him as the doer, and offer all prescribed Vedic activities as well as all worldly activities in renunciation. So here we can still see a tinge, not tinge, a practical bridge from karma yoga, how to practice a karma yoga nicely. If we are still not ready, understanding that all our life is meant only for serving and pleasing the Lord. So then, okay, this includes surrendering all ordinance, injunctions, and prohibitions as well as one's daily mundane duties, along with the resultant hopes, aspirations, and rewards, all these things unto the Supreme Lord, who becomes the only goal. So it means that whatever, yes, we are doing a lot of activities, all these activities, the goal should be that the Lord is pleased. One who, after due reflection, makes this resolve has perceived that Lord Krishna is a supreme reality to attain. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, we go to the next verse. If someone from here, it is said, "What if you don't follow? What will happen?" This is what Krishna is saying. Verse number 58. Who would like to read?
हरे कृष्ण बाबू जी।
Hmm.
मच्चित्ता सर्वदुर्गाणि मत्प्रसादात् तरिष्यसि अथ चेत्त्वम् अहङ्कारन् नाशरोष्यसि विनाक्ष्यसि। If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of conditioned life by grace. If, however, you do not work in such consciousness but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. Purport: a person in full Krishna consciousness is not unduly anxious about executing the duties of his existence. The foolish cannot understand this great freedom from all anxiety. For one who acts in Krishna consciousness, Lord Krishna becomes the most intimate friend. He always looks after his friend's comfort and he gives himself to his friend, who is so devotedly engaged working 24 hours a day to please the Lord. Therefore, no one should be carried away by the false ego of the bodily concept of life. One should not falsely think himself independent of the laws of material nature or act or free to act. He is already under strict material laws, but as soon as he acts in Krishna consciousness, he is liberated, free from all the material perplexities. One should note very carefully that one who is not active in Krishna consciousness is losing himself in the material whirlpool, in the ocean of birth and death. No conditioned soul actually knows what is to be done and what is not to be done. But a person who acts in Krishna consciousness is free to act because everything is prompted by Krishna from within and confirmed by the spiritual master. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you. So here again, it's very important. Matchitta sarva durgani matha prasadat tarishyasi. Tarishyasi means um, the to overcome, no? Tarishyasi, to attain, to overcome. It says Machitta. If one who is fully conscious of me, if you become conscious of me and Durgani, all impediments, Sarva Durgani, Mat Prasada Tarishyasi. By my mercy, you can overcome. But otherwise, Atha Chet Tvam Ahankaran Na Shroshyasi Vinangshasi. Vinangshasi means will be lost. Like Vinashya, Vinangshasi is everything is lost. So it's not that Lord Krishna has to blackmail someone and to get his job done. No, he is telling what is the truth. He is telling that if you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacles of the conditioned life by my grace. This is very important. Uh, we don't have to struggle all alone, and on our own self to get there. No, if we follow the instruction, just like okay, there is a guide, there is a mentor. Yeah, it's very nice that okay, we don't have to use our low, um, blunt intelligence to decide what is right, what is wrong. Yeah, in the in the Ishopanishad introduction, we were reading the straight, fast, easiest step is to accept Krishna's words as it is, or accept spiritual master, and that becomes the shortcut. Yeah, it saves a lot of time. Just like in that example given was, uh, if one wants to know who is the father, just ask mother rather than doing a inductive analysis of checking everyone, rather than yeah do a deductive where the authority is mother. So if you become conscious of me and you will pass over all obstacles of conditioned life by my grace. This is that I think the whole world is looking how to get out of this conditional life. We all want um, freedom. We all want mm, uh, freedom. Yeah, freedom from suffering. Yeah, not just for a moment, for a temporary time, but forever. And if, however, you do not know if you do not work in such consciousness, huh, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. So Krishna is declaring the secret of our success for happiness is hearing to him. Hmm. Um, of course, Krishna already spoke all these chapters full of verses, but he's now giving a straight instruction that just hear to me. Usually we are scared to hear because we think, oh, then I have to give all my life. In the end, what will I get? I don't know. Why should I struggle and all these things? But here we can see in the case of Rudra Sampradaya, Sridhar Swami commentary, he says, now here what will follow from such efforts? By fixing the mind onto the Supreme Lord Krishna by His grace, any and all difficulties will be resolved, whatever they may be. Why? Because there is this grace. Uh, when Lord's grace is there, there is nothing impossible. Impossible. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripaham tamaham vande Shri Guru Dina Tarinam. Um, uh, what is it? Mukam karoti vachalam. One who is dumb can speak. Pangum langayate girim. One who is what do you call one who has no legs? Mm, one who cannot walk. Yeah, he can cross over a hill. That is the power. Why? Yat kripaham tamaham vande. When one gets the kripa of Guru, mm, tamaham vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam. He is the one who is savior of fallen souls. Uh, so that's why here it says that one is so much dependent on the mercy, and the mercy flows from the Avaroha Panta, so from top to down through the disciplic succession, and that's why sometimes this question comes: do we really need a guru? Do we really need? Can't we just serve Krishna Yeah, why not? Yeah, we can serve Krishna, but we in that serving itself, Krishna is saying follow a guru. Hmm. So yeah, now it's up to us how to take it. We don't want to just cherry pick what we like to do, but we should cherry pick what we should do. And it is said, yet it should be clearly understood that if someone chooses to disregard or ignore the eternal teachings of the Vedic scriptures and out of egoism, it's when ahankaran. What is that in the verse? It is said, atha chet, but tvam ahankara na sosyasi vinashyasi. It says, but if one is do not listen, shrota, shruti, shrosyasi means one who hears. But if one who does not hear, na sosyasi, then what will happen for sure? He'll lose everything. Vinakshasi. So by this, Krishna is saying clarity. It's a very clear instruction. Just like an egoistic person may not understand Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead, when Krishna himself is saying, I am the taste in the water, I am the sun in the sky, and I am, um, what is that? Um, of course, he gives so many. I am Indra in the demigods, yeah. I am the Brihaspati in the sages. I am the month of Margashira. Uh, I am the lion in animals. So many. When he's saying I, at one stage I was thinking, oh Krishna, no other god has said that I am the supreme. Yeah, out of my immaturity, I was thinking, hey, how could a Lord? Because until then, I never heard or seeing someone saying, I am everything. Of course, anyway, I didn't read so many scriptures by then. It was only that by the good fortune, someone was trying to teach, trying to speak Bhagavad Gita. So that's why at least I came. In other Puranas also, we can come across, yeah, there is a Lord claiming that I am this, I am that. And here we can see all the sampradayas are saying that one simply follows what the Supreme Lord Krishna is telling. And Mad Chita. And that is the real intelligence. Real intelligence is to always focus on the Lord, and then one can overcome all obstacles. Hmm. Mad Prasada Tarishyasi. And I think I didn't finish the Sridhar Swami. He's saying, yet it should be clearly understood that if someone chooses to disregard or ignore the eternal teachings of the Vedic scriptures and out of egoism and self conceit is cheating oneself, falls prey to the delusion that acting contrary to Vedic scriptures uh, is better. So, what is happening? Whatever, if one thinks, no, 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 I think the Vedas are telling something wrong. I think I was telling about. Uh, not accepting Krishna's supremacy. Yeah, I wanted to tell something else, forgot. Then the disastrous result would be that they would commit sinful activities and fail the purpose of their existence. Subsequently, at the time of death, they would be hurled to the hellish worlds to suffer and rot in sansar, the perpetual cycle of birth and death. So, the practical way of how to do bhakti yoga, yeah, we can see from this verse and the commentary from Sripad Ramanujacharya is saying offering one's mind and heart in total surrendered unto the Supreme Lord along with all actions and all worldly obstacles, impediments shall be overcome by his grace. Uh, but if one acts contrary to these unequivocal instructions, unequivocal means common for everyone, not unbiased. Um, choosing to abide with erroneous ideas of knowing what is better than the Vedic scriptures. Sometimes we may think, is there an other alternative? Why should I accept Krishna or Krishna's instructions? What is so? Rather, I think we are inventing so many things. Why can't we invent a new system? And this is what is Asuri Bhava. Then one will be assured of certain failure. For verily there is no one superior to Lord Krishna among all the infinite uh, m- myriads of created beings, nor is there any other creator other than him. So we can see, even Sripad Ramanujacharya, we can see he is, yeah, one who is understanding Vishnu Tattva. There is no problem. It's not like, okay, Vishnu is superior to Krishna. No, Krishna is the fountainhead of all creation. This is what we can see here. And Kumara Sampradaya, I'll just go through the last second part, especially what it means when we don't follow. Then one is doomed and will be deprived of four goals of existence: dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. All these are doomed if one does not follow. So even if one wants to attain dharma, artha, kama, moksha, one should still turn to the Lord. If said, but if one out of pride or vanity, vanity means um, I am superior, a sense of vanity, karma. Yeah, in this book, it says, which is puffed up or artificial. One disregards the instructions of the Supreme Lord, thinking that one knows better than the eternal wisdom of the Vedic scriptures, which originated from him, then he is doomed. Hmm. Okay, any questions here before we move on? Anyone? Are you all with me?
Yes, Ramaji.
Prabhuji.
Okay. What did you like from this verses?
Prabhuji, this is um, the how do you call the finishing essence of Krishna's instruction while in the battlefield. Arjuna, when he was seeking guidance. So after telling all the different types of yogic instruction, then Krishna said that um, you do not have to care, just follow my instruction, and then um, you will be delivered. And in today's date, it is relevant, as the question may come that we do not have Krishna every time by our side. So to fulfill that, the same instruction is coming through disciplic succession, and we all have to follow our spiritual master's instructions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only way, like, we can come out of this whirlwind,
Yeah.
which is
And
already.
what will happen if you don't follow? Everything will be lost. Yeah,
Yes.
this is very important. Yeah. Of course, this means not only the material assets, but also the spiritual assets. Oh, how can that happen? Bhakti should not perish, right? Whatever we have attained. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we discuss also when people commit offenses, what will happen? Hmm? When people commit offense, yeah, though one is very suitably can um, be positioned for the mercy of the Lord, yeah, one is going away from that. Though we may have all the badges and all whatever laws, what do you call medals and everything that I am a bhakta, but if we not follow what the Lord says, that what happens is, okay, the mercy stops. Huh? Just like um, we have this insulation, right, for the wire that what do you call the breaker, sorry, resistor. So our resistors are causing us the that we stop the flow of current from the Lord, which is the mercy of the Lord onto us. Okay, and what is lost, if you really want to know, the next verse can help us to understand in further. Who would like to read this? 59, I think. Yeah. If you see the screen.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yad ahankaramashritya nayotsya iti manyase mityaisha vyavasayaste prakritistvam niyokshyati. If you do not act according to my direction and do not fight, then you will be falsely directed. By your nature, you will have to be engaged in warfare. Purport. Arjun was a military man and born of the nature of the Kshatriya. Therefore, his natural duty was to fight. But due to false ego, he was fearing that by killing his teacher, grandfather, and friends, he would incur sinful reactions. Actually, he was considering himself master of his actions, as if he were directing the good and bad results of such work. He forgot that the Supreme Personality of Godhead was present there, instructing him to fight. That is the forgetfulness of the conditioned soul. The Supreme Personality gives directions as to what is good and what is bad, and one simply has to act in Krishna consciousness to attain the perfection of life. No one can ascertain his destiny as the Supreme Lord can. Therefore, the best course is to take direction from the Supreme Lord and act. No one should neglect the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or the order of the spiritual master, who is the representative of God. One should act unhesitatingly to execute the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that will keep one safe under all circumstances.
Yep. Yep. Thank you, Aditya Bro. So here, Krishna is in Ramanujacharya's commentary, there is a mention about here Krishna is chastisingly telling, hey, come on, if you don't do it, yeah, yet ahankara ashritya. Okay, Arjuna, if out of false ego, mm, if you are na yosya iti manyase, if you think, okay, I shall not fight, no, na yosya iti manyate, mithya ischa. This mithya is very important, yeah. This is all false. Mithya vyavasayaste prakritistvam niyokshati. Prakriti, material nature, will engage you, which means either you want to surrender to my yoga maya, or this energy, and engage, or mahamaya. If you are taking shelter of the gunas, actually in the Madhvacharya's commentary, he mentions that is emphasizing that the influence of the three gunas. Because of that, one develops this ahankar. Yeah. So Arjuna was a military man and born of the nature of the Kshatriya. Therefore, his natural duty was to fight. But due to false ego, if one is saying, "Oh no, 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 I will not fight," Krishna is saying, actually, he would incur sinful reaction. Action definitely doesn't go in vain because it will generate a reaction. A reaction, either a spiritual reaction or a material reaction, depending on the activity. Uh, a spiritual activity will result in a spiritual result. A material activity will result in a material result. So, actually, and purport Prabhupada is saying, actually, he was considering himself master of his actions, as if he were directing the good and bad results of such work. He forgot that the Lord was present there, instructing him to fight. That is the forgetfulness of conditioned soul. So, sometimes this happens, yeah. So when we are talking to our guru, yeah, I have seen sometimes people are think that okay, guru is sharing this out of yeah, good relationship, and out of yeah, maybe like an opinion. Um, yeah, even in a very humble mood, he may say, I know this much. And a disciple may think, okay, Guru only knows this much. Uh, so, no, yeah, out of his humility, he's exhibiting what exactly we can appreciate, we can understand. Uh, but Guru, so here he says, actually, he was considering himself master of his actions. So this tendency sometimes dominate. Sometimes we say, yes, I want to tell my Guru, yes, what I know. I want to tell my Guru, yes, what I did. I want to tell my Guru what I should do. See, from where level, what level to what level have we come? At that stage, the doors are closed. When someone wants to tell the guru what he wants to do, yeah, without consulting upfront whether one should do or not, that is a sign of one, yeah, not asking. One should rather approach, yeah, ask. This is what I'm um, seeing an opportunity of service. Mm. And is it in line with your instructions, so that I can take it up, or if it's not, then yeah, no, finish. Rather, if one is already coming up saying, oh, I want to do these services, so nice, yeah, all services are for Krishna consciousness, yeah, but how does one grow? Hmm. Just like one may want to, yeah, what do you call this, if someone is a diabetic, yes, from a capability he can eat sugar or sweets, but is it good or not, who can tell? Yeah, one who knows, a doctor will immediately tell, hey, no, 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 that's not good for you. Patient also knows. Sometimes patient is conditioned that no, 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 I really like, I want to really eat. So then, yeah, yeah, then he says, no, 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 I'm taking, what is it called, zero sugar, I don't know, zero or diet sugar, something or whatever. Yeah, the purpose, the itself is not needed. So anyway, coming back, the point here is that one should not do this. Actually, he was considering himself the master of his actions, as if he were directing the good and bad results of such work. So we may have this sense of confidence in our activities. Yes, what I'm doing definitely will be appreciated by my guru. But what is the guarantee? Huh? If we think that yes, I am correct and just engage, is there no risk? The risk is definitely there, and one should definitely minimize such a risk by understanding thoroughly the mood and instructions of our guru. What exactly a guru expects from me, that can come when we keep aside our selfish interest, when we have our own dominant thoughts or our own conditioning. Let me keep all this conditioning aside and just understand what my guru wants. and just following that saves us. We may think, no, no, my guru doesn't know me well because yeah, he sees once a year, or he sees maybe once a while, or he gives me attention very, very rare. Yeah, but the mercy helps us to understand. Yeah, jnanam apohanam cha. Hmm. Um, Jnanam. Hmm. Is knowledge. Whatever the knowledge that is needed, yeah, he's giving that. And of course, yeah, I remember when Sarika Mataji was, I don't know which place was it. We went to the Netherlands um, to meet Keshav Maharaj. Yeah, she was
Eindhoven,
quite Eindhoven.
Eindhoven.
Yeah, she was quite excited, and while talking, Kesha Maharaj showed, okay, yeah, you just follow Sudama Prabhu. Yeah, of course, it's not that I am great, but the point here is they will find ways of how to support us in our journey, so that we don't fall. And yeah, all this mechanism is so that our false ego is not given a chance. The moment our false ego is saying, then we say, okay, we will go back to the guru and says, I know what to do, and I have a plan what to do, and yeah, and the guru says, okay, all the best. Yeah, okay, what else can a guru pray? Wish other than that, whatever. Yeah, may Krishna, even in such a um, risky business, okay, may Krishna give success. Because Guru is not envious. Okay, hey, you have not followed my instruction, you are doomed. No, Krishna is saying directly here, if you don't follow, then you are doomed. Hmm. Krishna is clearly saying why? Because he knows what will happen. In the end, Krishna is the one who is, yeah, at least the Guru is telling, okay, may Krishna at least give an exception that he may succeed. But in the end, it's prayers to Krishna only. So Krishna himself is telling, no, if you don't follow this, then you are doomed. This is not scaring, but it's the reality that says that is the forgetfulness of the conditioned soul. The Supreme Personality of Godhead gives directions as to what is good, what is bad, and one simply has to act in Krishna consciousness to attain the perfection of life. No one can ascertain his destiny as the Supreme Lord can. Therefore, the best course is to take the direction from the Supreme Lord and act. In the same regard, in the next line, no one should neglect the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or the order of the spiritual master, who is the representative of God. Um, this also what happens, right? So, yeah, even when we talk about Diksha Guru, yeah, forget about Siksha Guru. Even when we talk about Diksha Guru, back of our mind, we still have doubt. Is he, yeah, yes, he has so many followers, thousands of followers. Yes, but I somehow see he also gets agitated. He chastises his disciples like that, like this, and yeah. Can we count on him? Can he really be my guru? Because I don't know whether he is completely pure. Uh, I see him acting very strange. Sometimes he is very free with others, and sometimes very strict with me. So all these things, yeah, it will take some time to settle all these foolish thoughts. Uh, it will take some time till we understand. Okay, Diksha Guru is, yeah, he has dedicated his life in the mission of Srila Prabhupada, in the mission of Krishna uh, consciousness, spreading the preaching, and all these things. Then we start appreciating the greatness of him. Whatever we see these things as. Um, Disqualification of my guru. Yeah, sometimes we have a checklist saying, okay, my guru should be qualified. No, that is a foolish understanding. Guru is anyway qualified, but do we have a qualified eyes to see that? We don't have. So that's why there is all these challenges of accepting instructions of the guru as it is. Yeah, we can see sometimes, no, 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 no. I think my guru doesn't know about the space. He doesn't know about that moon. What what was that called? Moon venture. I forgot. So that, no, Prabhupada had complete clarity. It was only that his disciple at that time, he didn't had clarity. He was thinking, oh, yeah, how can Prabhupada say there is showing in the TV that someone, what was that, Neil Armstrong is landed on the moon. Yeah, this is a news on radio. How can, when Prabhupada said it is, that's it. Whatever, yeah, even say, no, no, facts, all are facts. Yeah, come on. The science is so advanced, all these things are facts. But things what we see and things what is reality, still the science has not come to that close that everything is absolutely correct. Because relative science cannot prove absolute truth. Anyway, so yeah, this guy he left, finish. Hmm. Yeah, he didn't had faith in Krishna consciousness. That's why these doubts came. Rather, one should have one pointed attention to the Guru, that whatever Guru says, yes, I don't have intelligence to understand. But what Guru is telling, he is just repeating the words of Krishna. He's not doing something different, or he's not creating a book of his own and starts preaching. No, he's just teaching. He's becoming just an instrument of spreading what Krishna wants us to know, and to the time, place, and circumstances, so that we can practically understand those uh, jigsaw puzzles in our life. So he puts it in a way that, hey, that is a danger zone, don't go there. Yeah, but still, if you insist, yeah, you can. Guru is not like tying us to a post and saying, okay, no, you can't do that. Yeah, you are fully free when Krishna himself is giving the freedom, and the Guru also gives that freedom. Yeah, but only thing is we see the result. Yeah, the result is that not so appealing for our own self and not appealing for others. Okay, no one should neglect the order of the spiritual master. Yeah, here one should act unhesitatingly to execute the order of the supreme personality of Godhead, that will keep one safe under all circumstances. We all want safety, because then that creates us the fearlessness, isn't it? Hmm? I don't know who is else there from yesterday's session here. Hmm? Yeah, we were talking about safety, fearlessness. Yeah, Hema Gauri Mataji, you remember? Mm-hmm. Satish Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Agree, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Hmm.
Risks, Prabhuji.
We all want
Yeah.
safe investments, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
We all want safe investment, and means what? That whatever I invest should not go in vain.
Yeah.
Everything should result in a safe success.
Returns. Yes.
Yeah.
Principle
So
should be saved. Yes.
this is the principle. If we follow that, if we have doubts, yes, there is a difference between a question and a doubt. Question is something I don't know, I want to know, and doubt is something that I know that what you say is wrong. I have a doubt in what you're saying. So one should be very careful. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Maybe unknowingly one may think he's having a question or he is having a doubt. That's only linguistic, and but the point here is that the approach will show whether he has a question or he has a doubt. If someone comes to us and the way that one is talking can help us to understand whether he has faith or he has really a genuine interest out of question he's asking. This is very easy. It's not too difficult. Yeah, when we know, oh, no, 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 how can one misunderstand? Oh, this misunderstanding is not coming just on a day one. Yeah, one can gauge the intent and the mood of a person. I think in our life. Otherwise, how are we successful in our material duties? Hmm? So yeah, let's be very careful, vigilant, the way that we are dealing with our spiritual masters. And yeah, the secret of our success, yeah, it is said, no, the last line is what one should, and then when one is safe under all circumstances. Okay.
Hare
Um,
Krishna Prabhuji.
yes, please.
What you mentioned about the is it a question or a doubt? So
Uh-huh.
what we should do if somebody asks, not a question, not in a way to know something, but in a challenging way. Like for example, many people ask when they want to prove Krishna is not supreme, or the people
Mhm.
are doing not in the right way. So one should ignore, or can someone?
Yeah, yeah. First thing is when we are talking about what do you call this? What is this Mauna Vrata in English?
Vow of silence.
Okay, there is a word. Yeah, it means the same, but anyway, the point is, yeah, it says Krishna's devotee's life is quite busy. Yeah, we don't have time to. It's not enough. Even if we have this 24 hours a day to engage in Krishna consciousness, that is already enough. No, the more time we have, the more we have to use. And if someone is coming who is not so keen on actually learning, yeah, it means that what we say is not so much helpful. We should be, yeah, there are two things. One is we don't tell because one cannot appreciate, just like Jesus, he didn't tell all the uh, Ashta Satvika Vikar. Yeah? Yeah. So he didn't say, he just told what he said. And of course, yeah, when we know the other person cannot appreciate what you tell, what is the value of telling? Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, we can just politely move on. Yeah, as we say that, yeah, all the best, all the best. Uh, and when we are saying all the best, I'm with you, that's a different, and all the best, yeah, is something else. Anyway, all these things are depending on how a person understands. So coming back to your question, if a person has a doubt in your instructions, better don't tell because it has no value. Of course, it may bounce back saying, "Hey, you didn't tell anything at that time," and that time you can't say, "Hey, you can't understand anything at that time." Yeah, no, no, no. So all these things, yeah, these things go. So better, yeah, be silent. Better be silent. Yeah, when you're silent, at least you're not part of the problem. Yeah, the people can't simply. Sometimes what happens is people who have this strong urge to do what they want, they just want your rubber stamp. Yeah, they say, hey, see, yeah, Adirasa Prabhu said that's why, yes, I'm doing it. Everyone thinks, oh, if Adirasa Prabhu is telling yes, then it should be right. Hmm? So don't give your rubber stamp to everyone, anyone.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Better to say, I don't know. Maybe that is okay. Yeah, that is okay. If someone thinks, oh, I don't know anything, that's even better. Then we are not consulted. That's okay. Let the people who can consult me, who can understand me, who can really follow me, that is far better than people who can't follow. What is the use of telling them? We don't have to prove anyone that I know something. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, yes. Yes. Thank
Because what does it matter? Yeah. Sometimes some people ask, I think. mm, I think it was asked to His Holiness Bhakti Bhushan Maharaj. I mean, in the Sunday class, he said, "How does it matter? Huh? Someone were asking about Maharaj himself. So some question. He said, uh, uh, how does it matter in your Krishna consciousness? Yeah. But again, can you repeat your question again? I don't know if I've covered everything.
I think you covered, Prabhuji. So yeah, I was asking that many people, when people meet devotees or who believes Krishna Supreme, so
Hmm.
some people challenge in relatives or friends, or maybe when people go on book distribution. So
Hmm.
they come and ask questions in a spirit of challenging to prove, to disprove the devotees. So in that mood, should they
Yeah.
take up this debate or
Yeah, maybe they are right in their own. Yeah, it's not like okay, but we don't know. Hmm? So yeah, because there are also people who think no, 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 come on. I think with my experience, with my understanding, I think this is right. Yeah, definitely. Hmm. That's fine, Hemagori Mataji. Mm. So, with my right, I'm thinking, with my intelligence, I'm thinking what I'm doing is right. Okay, all the best. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's not that only the way that I know is the only way. Um, but we know with our own, yeah, just like how a person is coming. Yeah, he's coming to prove himself in a way because he is convinced, right? If he is not convinced, why will he tell? Uh, of course, if one want to cheat, that is different thing. But one is convinced that oh, what he is going to do will work. Hmm? Now the question is there a maturity or is there foolishness? We don't know, right? If one is really mature, if he's really expert, what he would do definitely might work. Yeah. And if he is foolish, he's not himself understanding the depth of it. Some people very at a very shallow level, not knowing all the intricate details of past, present, and what will happen in the future because of these things from the historical. They may just out of spirit, out of enthusiasm, out of genuine, they want to do it. Yeah, the results are already there, right? Hmm. So it's very case to case, yeah. So there are multiple reasons why someone is coming with strong purpose of doing it. We can't stop. We don't want to stop. Let them do. If they are successful, it's nice. At the same time, if they are successful, it doesn't mean that I can do that same thing and I will be successful. Yeah, because you know, right? What is the probability? If someone is successful even by going the wrong way, there is possibility. It doesn't mean it happens for everyone. That's why we stick to the principles. We stick to the principles, not with opinions. We don't, um, yeah, we don't want to risk our own devotional life. So, coming back again to your question, I would do, I mean, I'm not saying anyone, I would do is if someone is having a doubt because of whatever reason, because of his own strong conviction that whatever is he's doing, yeah, let that do him what he want. Rather, uh, sometimes my rubber stamp is used like anything. So yeah, so yeah, let's not give that. If I add something, 10 more things are added on it, and in the end, sometimes some people might misuse, knowingly, unknowingly, doesn't matter. But so, how to deal with the people who are very ambitious, over ambitious, or no? Yeah, okay, may they try out. Hmm. After all of us have come with a lot of passion, right? Isn't it? And a lot of ignorance, isn't it? Hmm. So these things, unless one completely takes shelter of the spiritual master and understand I am a fool in front of my guru, then one cannot. Then only, I mean, if one doesn't do that, then he is always risking because always mind, ahankar. Yeah, these two verses are telling about ahankar, the pride. And Krishna is saying if one has this ahankar and with ahankar he is doing something, he will be doomed to failure. He'll lose everything. But how can we tell that? Come on, Krishna can tell. I can't tell. Better silent. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, then we stop here. We close the call here. I thought of covering one more verse, but that's okay. I think we will discuss next week.
Mm, Prabhuji, I have a very small question.
Okay.
Um, in the beginning of this chapter, you were mentioning that Krishna says no one should engage in services of Krishna 24 hours. And
Mhm.
so, which chapter of this book explains these services so that I can read it by myself?
So you're asking how to be always Satatam Kirtayantamam. Um, you can even refer to the Chatushloki. There are four shlokas which will tell the whole essence. And ninth chapter I was mentioning, the ninth chapter, the full is I think the title is also devotional service. Not ninth chapter, nine. Yeah, the no. Oh, sorry, 12, devotional service.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you. We always have this, yeah, I mix up with 9 and 12, 9 and 12. Even when we do this Gita recitation on the Gita Jayanti, always have or ninth is the one. So, of course, ninth has so many shlokas or very valuable shlokas which tell about the knowledge of how to do the same devotional service. Actually, from chapter 7 to 12, all these chapters are, or the six chapters are speaking directly about devotional service. Yeah. And how, what I think, yeah, maybe when you're going through those shlokas in the 12th chapter, it will give you a fallback option. You know what is a fallback? A fallback means this is the best thing you should do, but if that you can't do, then okay, at least there is fallback option. This is an not alternative, at least you can do this. Yeah. And if not, then okay, there is something else. So in that way, we have options to see where we fit and what we can do, and then we can do those devotional activities. Yeah, Sugandha Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Bhaskar. Okay, then have a nice Sunday. See you. Vanchakalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhubhyo eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Gaura Prema. Hare Krishna.